Well, welcome back, everybody, to Final Fantasy XIV Online. We are... Well, I've just looked at the time. It's 3:24 a.m. We might try and catch a couple more full moon sardines to deliver to Toctics. We need 5 of them, but I don't think we're going to get it done in the next 2.5 hours. Especially if I sit here talking instead of moving. Okay, off to Costa del Sol. Oh wow, and it's raining. I wonder if we get different fish in the rain. Oh no, sorry, I made myself dizzy then. Let's go for a bit of a sprint. I'm a little bit excited today. I have no idea why. The event is over. I did miss getting my event episode up in time. I'm very sorry. But yeah, we had some internet issues that made uploading things on time difficult. So I'm catching up. So apologies for that. Hopefully the very nice people at my provider have solved the problem for me. They were on the phone long enough, so yeah. I know they were a very quiet couple, having some quiet time. Alrighty, let's get going. We are, as our fishermen, yes. Have we got our right bait? I have no bait selected. We want spoonworms. Oh, I do have the bait selected, yes. Let us go with a bit of patience, a bit of chumming. Oops, that was a bad idea. A bit of casting. And let's get ready to catch ourselves some full moon sardines. I need 5 more, and I have less than 2 hours to catch them in. Yes. 4 more, let's go. Oh no, they're a pain in the neck. You've got to catch them between sunset and sunrise. So I think it's between like 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. I know, I'm trying to remember which button to press. So, yeah, Grim, we'll start getting more of those, and we'll start getting the other sardines as well. We just have to make sure we don't run out of thingy what's it. The little red fish in the middle of the screen. My head's in the wrong spot. Looks like another friend. While she does that, play. Alrighty. Now, I don't have enough GP. I wonder if I've got a cordial on me. I keep forgetting to check. If you have cordials, it helps you with your gathering points. So we probably should have come out with some of those so we could keep our gathering points up and running while we're building some Valiant's favour. And just, sorry Ross, ether, high ether, cordial, that's what we want. Let's grab a little bit of that. Because I'm impatient. And see, that restored my... Yes, you saw. So we're going to do this. This is going to make our life a little bit easier and our fishing a little bit faster, because we can now chum, because we've got a way of replacing our chumminess. It does help if I remember to use patience before I go. Although we don't need to. I'm not mooching with that thing simply because I really want to catch my sardines. I've got 3 more to go and 1 hour and 4 minutes server time to do it in. And I do have patience running now, so good. It does take the cordial a little while to replenish though, so be aware of that too. Sardines have a weak bite. See if we have our Valiant's favour up. Yes, we do. Let's get a little bit of that going. Ooh, a blowfish. Some of that. Patience is running already, so we'll just put that in. So it's good once your Thaliak's favour starts to run because you're catching enough fish, you can kind of bounce between that and your cordial to keep your GP up and running. Full moon sardine. Let's go again. I probably could have used mooching on that one. Hopefully that's another full moon sardine. We are running out of time. Alright. Excellent. Regional and focal. I'm starting to work out how that works now. It's taking me a little bit of time to get it done. Hopefully that's my last sardine. Yes! Last sardine! Okay. Fishing and regional folklore. There exist certain fishing holes that are hidden in plain sight and can only be found after reading the detailed descriptions found in tomes and regional folklore. You can discern which fish can be found in these elusive fishing holes by viewing your fishing log. Right. And I think there's like this really irritating quest where you've got to look for legendary fish, and I think I've got to find these in order to be able to find the holes that have the fish in them. I could be wrong because I'm still learning this part of the game. So, a bit excited. Let us toddle our way back to, where's my home point set? Not Ul'dah, because we're going fishing. Alright, so we'll have to teleport our way back to Limsa. Very excited. I know we've got our fish in the nick of time too. It's like we had about 15 minutes to catch the last lot. So never despair. If your fishing takes you away, let's go Ethernet. Let's go Fisherman's Guild. I'm slowly working my way through. I think I'm at second last setting with my other character. Score! 10 fish of moonful is for tactics. Yes, a 10 fish of moonful is for tactics. Do you like these? Fish score! Yes, Fishbringer has brought lovely fish from Moonsea. First eye catch of lovely fish is still fresh in brain case of Toctics. Toctics has dreamings to taste lovely fish. Look, oh, pretty. Can I eat it? Very human, actually. Friendly friend Fishbringer has made true Toctics' big dreams. Glory tales of Chocharoon are no silly babble. Fishbringer is Fishbringer of fairy legends. Aww. Toctics made sure every gobby knows Fishbringer fairy legend. No. Alrighty. Deliver full moon sardines to Toctics. Yes, we shall. Sisyphus, how you doing? Congratulations, Fishbringer. Fame with fast trading goblins is liable to bring you fortune. Although you might want to find a less pungent title so as not to drive away other prospective patrons. But what's in a title? That which we call a Fishbringer by any other name would smell as sweet. Alright, let me just bring out my character because I want to see what my lowest level gear is. So I've got 45, 46, 45, 48, 48. Okay, so really it's my head and my hands. Okay, so whichever one gives me the best boost out of that, because I want to bring my gear up alongside. So let me try and get the words right. I want to bring my gear up as evenly as I can so that this little number, which is the average of all my gear, goes up in an even kind of way and isn't dragged down by one really low piece of gear. That's what I'm trying to say. Alright, so this one apparently is not as good as what I'm wearing. Oh no, it's level 31. Level 30, level 30, level 30, let's have money. Because we're going to have to buy some gear. Otherwise, but we can still upgrade our recommended gear. Really? What have I done? I've already bought one. Well, okay then. Fine. Looks like we've got a few things to dismantle. Actually, let's do that before we forget. Because otherwise this fills up and it's really annoying. So we'll get our staghorn fishing rod and we shall desynthesize it. And we'll get our U fishing rod and we shall desynthesize that thing. If you're wondering what it does, it gives you... Oh, I did have that open. Hang on. Let me just push the right button. It will give you some materials in here. And if it gives you crystals, which is always a nice thing to get because it helps with your crafting, you'll find them in your key items and crystals thing. And you don't see crystals here because it doesn't take up space, but you do see crystals down here. So we have shards, and over here we have crystals, and over here we have clusters. And we have each of the elements down the side here. So that's where you find them if you ever want to check how many crystals and clusters and shards and whatnot you have. So I have lots and lots of shards and not so many crystals and one lonely little cluster. So that's how that goes. Now, what am I doing? I am cleaning out my other stuff. Let me just... Oh, that's got materia on it. Well, let's pull the materia out of it first. So there are crafting, when your crafting gets to a certain level, you will reach... She's a happy bunny. What did she just pull out of that? Gatherer's guile material. You'll get to a certain level where you can then go and see the gobbos up in Ul'dah, just north of Blackbrush Station, and there should be a quest that enables you to... let's desynthesize that. Wait, cancel. Okay, don't desynthesize anything with a little notebook beside it, otherwise you're going to be a very sad bunny when you go to equip that character next time. Which means I probably should have just, left that materia in there. We'll put it back in a minute. Oh, the klutz. I'll just see if I've got that. Alright, so when I get to my next class, I will pull out all the stuff that might be not needed for that class. But there we go, we've got a little bit more space in our weapons box, which I probably should have sorted. There we go. Now it's pretty. So, okay. Oh, what was that? I should put that materia back in my... I absolutely should. So we're going to right click. We're going to go meld. We go, oh wow, you goose, you're doing so much better. We're going to do shift control I because that will bring up my Chocobra saddlebag. Let me just get rid of that for a minute. Right, there it is there. Just drag that over here. Because I'm trying to put gathering stuff on, I'm going to just grab out my gatherers, bits and bobs, just remove all. And remove all. I still have to work out what to do with these little things here. I guess I can play with that later and we'll find out what that does. Okay, it's green materia for your gatherer and blue materia for your crafter. Let's just alright, now let's do some melding, make ourselves a bit better. Now if you have a look at your stats, right, see your stats down here? So at this level, your materia only adds 1 or 2 points, occasionally 3 if you're very lucky to have that. So I've got gathering 3 here and perception 3, which is going to be awesome to put onto my stuff. If it will take it, and I just recently learned how to do that, so let's just upgrade that. Alright. So, our brass earrings, which are our lowest level, are level 17. And I want to put something on it. So, we don't want craftsman's, we want our gatherer's grasp material. +1. Now if I go right click, confirm available material enhancements. I did not know how to read this chart a little while back, but I've worked it out now. So over here, it tells you what you can put on. Okay, so at the moment it has gathering points of +21 out of 25, just normally. The perception, it has space for you to add 2 more points of perception, and it has space for you to add 2 more points of gathering. It actually has space for you to add 2 more points of anything that adds to your piety, tenacity, direct hit rate, spell speed, determination, or critical hits. Yeah, these are all 0. If you add something in there that's going to add more, it's not going to actually give you any bonuses. If you go over to here, you've got your crafting properties. So Now these weathered earrings, the brass earrings, the poor little things, they cop an absolute beating when you're using them. And so at this point you have to decide whether or not you want to add gathering stuff to it, or whether you want to add craftsmanship to it, or whether you want to add something to assist in your fighting. I'm actually going to add craftsmanship to this one. I can add +3 craftsmanship or up to +5 control if I was to overmill, which I can do, but I won't right now. So let us grab our craftsman's competence. Actually, I'd rather add control to it. Yeah, but I can fill the slot with competence. Let's grab this thing. So we'll have to close that. Grab your competence. Do your melting. There you go. Initiates fishing rod. Alright, this is where we want to add our gathering stuff. Perception is what helps you catch the bigger fish. Let's see how much we can add to it, because it's always frustrating when it tells you that you've added something and nothing's happening. Alright, so I can add, now see it's a higher level thing, so I can now add more stuff to it. So I can add more, I'm going to add more perception because it helps me catch higher quality fish. So that's what we're going to do. Alrighty, so competence, perception +3. We will meld a bit of that in. Now if you have a look at our stats over here, our perception is slowly going up. So raptor skin gloves. So these ones I'm going to add 1 each of gathering and 1 each of perception. This has already got gatherer's grasp +1. So if I can put a higher level gatherer's grasp in there, I will. So let's just see what our highest levels are for these. So, okay, I can add another +3 and +4. So we can't put, oh no, the gathering points, sorry. So I can add a lot more gathering than I can add perception. So I'm going to put my perception in first. So we'll meld that thing in. As you go up in level and as your gear goes up in level, you're going to be able to just make sure. Yep. You're going to be able to add higher and higher bonuses. So we're now at 143 perception. We're going to go to 146, I think. Let's have a look. I mean, if I wanted to, I could add up to 8 more points of perception to this item if it had the slots, and if I wanted to risk breaking my perception things. I'm just going to add, I'm very tempted to actually add more stuff. Let's just try. Gatherer's perception. Oh my gosh. So right now someone is cooking, absolutely cooking raisin toast. And I can't eat it because it has too much fructose in it, but oh my god, it smells good. Anyway, let's go. I can add 4 more points of perception, so let's add another 3. So we will meld that. Second, I was just offered a coffee. And I have one, which is very nice. Alright, this one already has Gatherer's Grasp. So this is to add points to my GP down the bottom there. GP gathering points, they help you do more stuff for longer. Just put that Gatherer's Guile in for our perception. So over in our stats now, our perception is at 152 because we added them. Alrighty. Now woolen doublet. Now, do I have, well, I don't think I have any more perception. No, alright, let's just add some Gatherer's Grid in. So gathering helps you actually catch the stuff, so we will add some of that in. So this is, if this gear is shared across your gatherers, if all your gatherers are about the same level, this gear is shared across your gatherers. So you don't need to have a different set of gear for each gatherer if you keep your gatherers at around the same point, until you get to a point where if the gear ever starts to differentiate, then you need it. So what I'm going to risk now, because you can do it, I'm going to see if I can add. So if we have a look, confirm available materia enhancements, I could add some more gathering or more perception to this, but I'm going to do this at a risk of breaking my materia. So we'll grab this competence thing here. No, not craftsman's. What am I doing? That would just be breaking something for no apparent reason. Let's grab this thing. We're going to see if we can add another 3 points of gathering without breaking our materia. Sometimes it works, and we only have an 80% chance of, yes, you're attempting to meld additional materia to an item. If you fail, you will lose the materia. Proceed? Yes. I don't know if it'll fail or pass. It passed. Wow, someone is happy over there. Okay. So we're now at gathering of 161. Oh no, it broke. Okay, it did break. Let's try again. That was not a happy sound. That was a sad I broke my materia sound. Alright, now that's a success. Can you see? So now we have, does it take it though? Or is it going to show me that it's too much? No, plus 47, plus 30 out of 36. I don't know if that actually worked. Let's see if it works on our fingerless raptor skin gloves of something. Alrighty. Does this one have space for more materia? No, perception of 152, gathering of 161. Alrighty, let's try this. So, gathering 37 out of 46, perception of 3 out of 3. So there's no point adding more perception to this, you won't get any more bonuses, but there is a point in adding more gathering or more GP to it. We can be greedy and try both if we want. So we've got a GP plus 1. Actually, we can only add GP, because I broke one of my other ones. Whoops. I'm not putting advanced materia meld in bulk. I'm going to do it one at a time, because I'm only going to add... it will, if I break it, it'll keep trying. Look at that. Alright, my gathering points are now at 424 points. Let's overmeld this one then, shall we? 60% chance. Oh no. What am I doing? Making backpack space. We now have 425 gathering points. So as you can see, each little attempt brings up more chances at success. Oh my goodness. And I think I've now used up all my gathering materia and overmelded my stuff to a large degree. Each successive one, actually, you have less chance of it succeeding. So that if you've got materia to burn, that's how you do it. Also, if you're doing this yourself at these low levels, if you can do it yourself. When you get to higher crafting, to higher levels of gear, you're going to need higher levels of crafting in order to meld your materia. And if you don't have it, the materia melder will absolutely refuse to do this for you. He won't overmeld. So if you want to overmeld on your gear, you've got to be able to do it yourself. Alright, otherwise you're just going to be stuck with 2 materia enhancements when the gear itself can take on more bonuses. Or you just need to get higher level materia, your choice. Rightio. Alright, sorry. And here endeth the lecture. You always remember to update your gear set. We're going to just grab our botanist. Her gear set needs to be updated as well because we've now got this gear that's got extra bits on it, so we're going to update that gear set so that when we load it we don't have problems. Actually, let's see if we've got recommended mercy. She's at the highest level she can have for that. She's got slightly higher gathering. I think she's got a better equipment. And we'll go grab our miner. See, we need to update the gear set to accept that material we just melded into different bits. And they're good. Alrighty, let's just jump back into Fisherman so we can grab this next quest. So what I'm trying to do is get the Realm Reborn quests done before I actually get to Heavensward, because when you're crafting and gathering, there are opportunities that await at each level that are nice to kind of have. Also, I need to do that for my warrior classes as well. Because my other character, who is now in Endwalker, has almost a full panel of red dots, which is all the gear crates and coffers they've been given as part of their missions that they can't use because they don't have a character class of a high enough level to open it and use it, and there's no more space in their armory to take it on. So that's the other reason I'm doing it, because I want to reduce the amount of gear in my armory so that I've got slots for when I pick up special stuff in dungeons, without having to just sell it, give it away, hand it over to my grand company. Alright, let's go. Let's accept fish out of water. So we're at level 35. The crafting quests go, I think, to level 55 or 60, level 60. Whereas the warrior and mage quests go to 30, and then they go to your specialist class. Your goblin-friendly friend was looking for you earlier. He was hoping you'd make his fishiest fantasies come true. He recalled a dish that tickled his fancy some years ago and now needs you to procure the necessary fish for him. This desert catfish, as it is apparently called, is indigenous to, and this is the truly mind-boggling part, the desert of all places. Toktik spoke of a trapper named Ul'dah who fished one out of the Forgotten Springs in the southern reaches of Thanalan. If you want that catfish, you'd best go speak with her. Alrighty, I'm not speaking to anyone until I've had a look at my backpack. Yeah, okay, give me a minute. Let's extract the materia that we've got. So when you have a white dot down here, you can actually extract even more materia than you had before. The sort of materia you extract will depend on the sort of thing that you're extracting it from. So in this case, we extracted Gatherer's Guile from a pair of brass earrings. Down here. Let's extract it. So I'm just looking down in my chat section. It's very quiet. I could probably safely move my head so you could read it as well. Let's do that. It's a handy little box. I just don't like having it up in case someone is trying to sell something they shouldn't. Okay, so here we go. In this case, we extracted Savage Might materia from the Ring of Freedom. Just go down. I've got one more to extract. That 1, 2, 3. Oops, I don't do that. And we'll extract materia out of the weathered wristlets. Those are very basic stuff. I actually need to start thinking about increasing my jewellery, because that's why, even though these are all 45, my gear level's low because these are actually down at level 5. So I need to think about fixing that. When you've finished extracting materia, always update your gear set. Don't forget to update it when you get to the other one. Right, we're good. Now, what are these doing in here? Okay, they're probably waiting for me to desynthesize them because I forgot I could. Let's do that. Oops. No, get back in. You can also see if anything you're about to desynthesize has materia, because it will have a white dot on here. So we're just going to very quickly clean out our backpack a little bit more, because all of this stuff I'm going to actually go to my dudes and talk to them about. Synthesize. Yes. No. She's a sergeant. She can actually cancel that. We're going to try and trade these ones. These are kind of unique items from dungeons. We can trade them for company seals. Actually, we need a few more of those, don't we? Because that's where we got our... That's right. That was my last thing I learned, was that we can get crafting gear from our grand company. I don't know how I never worked that out in 1,500 hours worth of play. If you have that many hours and you haven't worked it out, feel better. No. I'm going to leave that there. Let's go shift control. I will bring up our Chocobo saddlebag. We're going to just drop all of our materia back into our saddlebag so it's not clogging up our inventory. What's that? Oh, okay. That must be a Gatherer's Guile I pulled out of somewhere. I know, I should probably overmeld it. We're going to grab this and we're going to sort it so it's all tidy and pretty. We're going to grab this and we're going to sort it so I can see what I might have missed. Now the other thing too is, once you've got a high enough level in your cooking, you can do things to your fish like desynthesize them as well. Or you can sell them. I'm actually just going to desynthesize them. Let's desynthesize the entire stack. I know this is a bit of an inventory maintenance episode, isn't it? Alright, and that desynthesis because it's finished. Indigo herrings. I'm pretty sure we can cook with that, so I'm going to leave it. Ash tuna I can cook with. Puckhead I can cook with. Alrighty. I don't think I can cook with the blowfish, so let's get rid of that. Angelfish, I think, is an alchemy ingredient. We're going to desynthesize it anyway. Give it the whole stack. It tells you how much you're going through. We're not desynthesizing our bait because that stuff is expensive. If anything, I'll sell it for a teeny tiny amount. What's this? Why is the stem borer away from the bait? Did I sort this thing out? No, I don't think I did. Right, it will mostly put all my bait in one spot now, won't it? Won't it? No, it won't. Or maybe. Alrighty. Yeah, there's my stem borer, there's my blood moon. Where's my stem borer going? You know what? It can be wherever its little wormy heart desires. Over there. Maybe it's ordered in order of... Yeah, I think it is actually ordered in order of value level. No, that the receptionist does not sell stuff. We are going to go and talk to our people in Hawker's Alley. Retainers. Once you have them, they're a useful place for storage if you have enough room. So we're going to grab Andreas, a lovely, polite Andreas. We are going to entrust and withdraw items and entrust or withdraw duplicates. Wow, let's pop all of those away because we're still building our crafting, so we do want to actually do that. Let me just zip over this way a little bit. I'm looking to see if I have any paint, dye, or other things. Is that? Oh, I can't do that while I'm doing that. That's fine. I do have some materia that needs to go into my Chocobo pack. The splintered chest I'm going to entrust to him as well. I think it's got stuff in it. Do I have any clothing I want to entrust? That is clogging up my armory chest because costumes can kind of go out of it. So it's a level 50 item. Wait a minute. How many of these things do I have? Alright. Tutorials. All I'm looking for are either special items or... Oh no, that's the even star hat. That's actually... Yeah. The healer's circlet. It's not part of the thing. I'm actually going to dump that in here because I think I can do something with that later. Radio. Look in here. Oh, so much stuff that needs to be dealt with. That's not decent. Okay, so I'm entrusting the non-desynthesizable stuff that I want to keep for memory's sake to my retainer. I may want to get rid of it later. I'm like, what do I do with that? Wait, I'm wearing it. Yeah. Alright, very quickly down here. So sometimes you'll get costumes and stuff as rewards, and if you don't want to jump on it, you might want to make sure that that goes. I think I still need that, don't I? Alright, we'll sort that out when we do some more crafting. Just a very quick tidy up. I am wearing those. So just the stuff I'm not wearing. It doesn't sort it into what you're using and what you're not. Ah, that's what. I know I don't like them, but I'll put them over here. So this way I'll have a full set of my original healer stuff that we earned when we hit level 50. Alright, there's nothing in there that's going to annoy me a lot. I do have a lot of shoes though, let's fix that. So in here I probably have the shoes that we got given. Because I just basically want the Why am I not wearing those? I'm wearing everything else. Oh, there. That's what I was looking for. Alright, that's my boots. And these are still pretty low, so that's fine. We might have to go through and desynthesize a few of them. Alright. But I've got no dyes and I've got no oh, no, that's still plate. Alright, what have we got him looking after? Lumber and metal, so I should be stuffing these in here. And I'll regret this later, but that's okay. That's for the other guy. I'm trying to keep like items, I know I'm about to run out of room, in the retainers so that I can find them more easily. Looks like I've got some cloth things in here as well. Well, that's annoying because I'm not going to fit them in. I know, I don't know how full the other guy is. Let's find out. That'll do. It's given me more space in my backpack, which is pretty much what I wanted to do. Now we'll grab Fragath. He's not selling, he's got no items for sale. Well, we're just going to have to fix that, aren't we? That's awesome. We're slowly trying to save up. I trust any duplicates, just the fine sand from desynthesizing our fish. I'm going to grab that amber, we're going to stuff that over there. I'm going to just put, how much space has he got? 134, so he's got a lot more space than the other guy. So what I might do is pull out the cloth and the leather and pop it, depending how much room I've got, pop it in here. Because this guy also takes, right, I won't throw my bait in. It takes our cooking ingredients as well, so let's throw those in. Especially as we're not done with our cooking yet. I know, they fill up so quick. Mandrake, I think, is something that we actually need when we're doing housing. These are our alchemy ingredients. We'll throw those over. I think that's for making Chocobo food. That is a proto-armor identification key for Sylph Society quests. Antique solar rays are going in, if I can fit them. There we are. Alright, that's my backpack looking very nice. Thank you so much, Fragath. Oh, okay, now he's selling 5 items. So what I'm trying to do is save up enough that we can maybe buy an apartment over in one of the areas. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that that is the boring part of the day out of the way. Sort that up. Okay, do I have this? Obtained and registered. Obtained and registered. So we basically, those two to get them out of my pack, I didn't stuff them in with my retainers. Oh, yeah, shift control I. We are putting the demi materia in there. And we are putting the savage white materia in there. We'll upgrade our other stuff in a little bit. We'll just sort that through. Beautiful. What's that? This is furnishings. I definitely need to get a place to stay, right? So I can put my furniture up and not have it in my backpack. We are going out to Forgotten Springs. Let's get rocking. Sorry about the very long I sort my stuff out thing. I did say this was a blow by blow where you guys got to see the background stuff, just in case it was helpful. So you know, backpack clearing, putting demi materia and materia onto your stuff, that sort of thing. Where are we going? Forgotten Springs. That's Ul'dah. There we are. And yes, I have on ouch, ouch, expensive. Okay, alrighty. Ros, what are you doing? 39. We are looking for a legendary, well, not a legendary fisherman, but a fisherman who knows what they're doing. Ah, Goromuli. Hi. Friend of Toctics, you say? Sure, dune fishing, my fair share of catfish. Never eat them though, know that much, only ever use them as sandworm bait. Though eating desert catfish hasn't occurred to me until the goblin devoured it before my eyes, still wouldn't touch them myself. Different fish for different folk, as they say, no problem fishing them out though. Can you even can even tell you how it's done. Just come down to the right bait in the right place. Nothing to it really. Easy as dropping a line. Some sand leeches at the fishing hole east of Birgot Strike near the Ul'dah encampment. Not the same as sea fishing here in the dunes, mind you. Real test of your reel out there. Trick is to hold on when it flails. Only takes one to make a day's haul. Good hunting. The right bait. Well, I don't think she told me the right bait. Let's go and have a look and see what this merchant has to offer. And we might even repair our gear while we're here. Drifting cloud. No, where? Oh, the junk monger. Hi, little junk monger. What have you got? Oh, wow. Okay, you haven't got anything that I need, and you're not a repair shop. Alright, well that was... Oh, actually what we can do, we can sell these pieces and increase our wealth. There we go. That was worth stopping for, wasn't it? Okay. We now have a whole 65 grand. There's a merchant and mender over here. Let's see what they've got for sale. I know the junk monger is really easy to overlook. Okay, let's repair our gear first up. Okay, all. And then let's buy some stuff. We want to purchase items for bait now. We're a level what? 50 fishermen. When did I get that? Alrighty, so we don't want saltwater boilies. Honeyworms are for freshwater fishing, freshwater boilies. Now you see they're level 15. We have sand leeches. Spineless creature which hides patiently under the desert, oftentimes for several moons until a larger beast passes. The leech will then attach itself to the beast's blood until its belly is full, after which it releases itself back to the desert to wait for its next meal. Live bait for dune fishing. Well, okay, let's grab a few of those then. This is why I'm broke. Sand geckos. Live bait for dune fishing. Alright, we'll grab a few of those. I'm definitely going to regret doing this. A rolling stone. When threatened, this tiny desert crustacean will curl itself into a ball. Live bait for dune fishing. Right, well, let's grab a few of those then. And a wild fowl fly for a vile king-feeding fish. Let's, I don't think I've got one of these, so I'm just going to maybe grab about 5 of them. Because they don't break much, I think. Alright, we've got all the dune fishing bait that we know about. Now we need to go, what they say, west of Birgot Strike, not far from the Ul'dah encampment. We know where that is. So basically, Birgot Strike is here, and the Ul'dah encampment is here. And I guess we'll be fishing in this space down here. Where's our budgie? Because we can fly now. We don't have to run across the desert, risk getting eaten by monsters. Fly through the gates, head for that little space west of it. You could probably fish in any of these edge areas, is my guess, but let's at least follow instructions for the first time, right? Alright, I should be able to see. There it is. So this area in here. We won't go. Oh, we could probably daringly fish at the... I wonder if I can fish off that now that I can fly. I never tried. This will be fun. No, that's a no player zone. Right, okay, I gotcha. Alright, we're kind of, there you go, south of Birgot Strike, and no, south of the encampment and west of Birgot Strike. East of Birgot Strike. Look, I'll get it right one day, just not today. Okay, let's go fishing. So right to the edge. I wonder if we can chum here. Let's find out. Ooh, we can chum. Awesome. Let's try with some careful fishing, because it's always disheartening to not be able to do anything. Oh no, I've done the wrong bait. Alright, hang on. Stop fishing. Check my bait, that was a waste, wasn't it? We need to try some of our new bait. So what have I got? I've got a stem borer, no. A sand gecko, a sand leech. I wish it would show me which bait was suitable. Oh, and a rolling stone. Alright, level 45, level 40, and level 30. No, level 35. Let's try the lowest level bait to start with, okay? So we'll tick that thing, and now we'll cast our line in. I know, I've still got this running while I'm faffing about, so I'm not going to get the benefit out of it that I would have otherwise. Let's see what we can catch. Strong bite. So we're using the strong bite fish, the red one. A storm rider. Can I mooch that? Oh, I can mooch that. Let's see what that thing catches me, shall we? 43,000 XP for a new fish. I'm kind of excited. Looks like we're back to no patience. I'm just going to put the light on my rod so I can see it. Whoa, that's a big fish. Now remember, we've enhanced our gear with materia. We've got the highest level gear we can have, but we still don't have our jewelry enhanced, so we're a little bit at a loss here. However, we did catch a caravan eel, which is worth 103,000 XP. 270. Let's try a little bit of patience with our fishing. Let's cast. I know that we're going to have to be fishing with no assistance shortly. That's going to be sad, isn't it? We'll see if Thaliak's favor is up, or if I can get the cordial, have maybe a cordial and restore some points after this runs out. So if Thaliak's favor is up, we will hit that, and there we go. That's so much nicer. Don't forget to hit your Thaliak's favor when it occurs. So 18,000 points for that little fishy. And we might try a different bait in a minute as well, because that way we get to learn what things like to chew on. A new recruit has arrived. Okay, awesome. Cast. That's right. We have our own little squad that I've been neglecting. We're going to have to work on them, aren't we? So much to do now that we're starting to put in the other elements of the game, apart from just advancing like lunatics through the story. Storm Rider, which we can mooch. Let's mooch that thing. Although I don't have any patience to pull whatever comes in, so we might lose it. One desert catfish, that's all we're looking for. So we're hunting with sand geckos. And I am thinking, yeah, see, we needed to have our patience running. Alright, but I am thinking, guys, on that note, I'm going to have to bid you adieu. If you've enjoyed this episode, sand fishing, please hit that like button. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe, and I will check you later. Next episode, which I'm about to roll into, we're going to see if we can catch this catfish. But apart from that, have a really good week. See you around.